Welcome to Bitcoin Arcade. My name's Devin.
I'm Johnny.
This week we talk about a new Binance exchange, what went down at the G20 Summit, a guy who walks tall and carries a big stick. That's right, we're reviewing Netflix's new movie, Mute, on this week's Nerd Thing. And hang on, kids, because the altcoin of the week's a good one, Z-Coin. Johnny, how is the coin of bits?
At the time of filming, Bitcoin's price was being traded at $8,900. After the attempted hack last week, Binance announced it was going to create a decentralized exchange. This new Binance Chain will be used to transfer or trade different blockchain assets. The exchange announced it was shifting its existing Binance Coin
BNB
to its own blockchain. Currently, BNB is an ERC20 based token that runs on the Ethereum network.
Wow, crazy, a decentralized exchange. We really are living in the future. Speaking of Bitcoin's future, what happened at the G20 this week?
G20 convened this week in Argentina. The organization called the Group of 20 annually brings 20 of the leading industrialized and emerging economies together to discuss world finance and economies. The group accounts for about 85% of the world's gross domestic product. This year was the first to include cryptocurrencies as part of the talks, which concluded with the organization rejecting regulation in favor of reviewing existing rules.
Rules? But we're going? We don't need rules.
Reportedly, the US was completely against regulation during the talks. Mark Carney, governor of the Bank of England and head of the Financial Stability Board,
FSB,
to the G20 countries mentioned that despite the negative opinions that many countries
and some banks
have issued, cryptocurrencies do not pose risks to the economy. The talks helped jump Bitcoin's price slump out of the 7,000 range to as high as 9,000 in just 2 days. I believe it's going to be bear hunting season soon, Devin.
I'm so excited, Johnny. I'll be pulling out my long gun for sure. Well, we have a Bear of a Maroon movie review coming up. Up next, Nerd Thing.
Welcome to this week's Nerd Thing?
Nerd Thing?
I'm Jordan.
I'm Devin.
This week, we are talking about
Mute
on Netflix.
Yes, we're going to talk a lot about Mute.
Hey, what are you guys talking about this week?
Mute.
Another Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Because it's all we can afford.
Hey, is it post? Is it like postmodern, perhaps, or?
Okay, so we had there was a little debate.
Neo-noir.
Neo-noir is what they're calling it, which is basically 1980s post-Cold War.
And,
if everybody had touch screens 20 years too early.
And maybe Germany won, maybe Russia won. I'm not really sure.
We don't really know.
Our
It's not really
GIs are
important.
definitely stuck in Berlin.
Right,
Post World War III, perhaps.
The main character, Leo, he is looking for his girlfriend who's fallen completely in love.
The love of his life. She's gone missing.
But there's a twist.
Yeah.
He is the title of the movie.
Yeah, he can't talk.
No, he can't talk. He had an accident when he was a child.
And his mom was like super Catholic or something crazy, and she was like, God will fix him. But God did not fix him.
No, not at all.
So he was mute.
This guy can't talk, and that's what the movie is, and that's how it unfolds.
Alexander Skarsgård, and dude, he's the dude from
the tall blonde dude from
True Blood.
The one that
like
everybody.
He's
he's legit,
big,
dude.
man. He's a big dude, and
he's a gentle giant in this movie.
I really loved his acting in this movie. It took a really strong actor to convey all the emotion that he did without saying anything.
One line. But he's very, very shy and very timid. He doesn't want to be violent, but he's driven to that.
He's just driven to violence.
Because he cares for this woman so much. It's very different from Outsider in that it doesn't feel shoehorned. The love story is the basis rather than an obligation.
Yeah.
Right? Really good movie. If you like gruesome death scenes, this should be at the top of your watch list.
It's super dark.
It's good.
It's really dark. It's great cinema, and it's different.
Very different.
And that alone should warrant
is worth a watch.
Is worth a watch.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this guy. I'm gonna give this guy 7.5 out of 8.2 yoo-hoos this week.
Man, this is kind of messed up. I'm gonna give it 6.5 orange Red Bulls.
6.5 orange Red Bulls?
Orange Red Bulls.
Wow.
No, cranberry. I'm going cranberry. 6.5 red.
What?
Yeah, it was pumped up, and there was some pretty gruesome
Wow,
scenes.
you're very mixed on it. Then.
I know. Yeah, I have mixed emotions about it.
Is that 6.5 out of 10?
Like, I like the movie because I really like the mute character. But like some of the subject matter is very dark. Yeah, so I'm gonna go 6.5 Red Bulls.
Well, what's the consensus? Who's right?
That's how I feel. Tell us in the comments below, you guys. We'd love to hear what you think.
Yes, and if you guys leave a comment, we'll send you a little Bitcoin coin.
Send you a little
Bitcoin
Jordan prints
coin.
these himself on his little 3D printer.
All of our props are here.
Yeah.
It's a nerd thing.
It's a nerd thing.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time. See you later, catchphrase.
Thank you. Thanks for something stuff. Catchphrases. Yeah. The altcoin of the week is Zcash. Edward Snowden, privacy advocate and NSA whistleblower, tweeted in September 2017 that Zcash was the most interesting Bitcoin alternative.
Currently, Zcash has a market cap of about 880 million, with a circulating supply of about 3 million.
You may be asking,
hey, so what does the Z stand for, man?
Zittles, xylophone, Zillow, a zebra, but no! The Z is actually for zero knowledge proofs. Zcash uses a zero knowledge proof construction called a ZK snark. These constructions allow the network to maintain a secure ledger of balances without disclosing the parties or amounts involved. Instead of publicly demonstrating spend authority and transaction values, the transaction metadata is encrypted and the ZK snarks are used to prove that nobody is cheating or stealing.
So essentially a blockchain, right?
Yes, it is a blockchain, except the really cool thing about Zcash is that you can decide if you want to make the transaction private or public. Zcash affords private transactors the option of selective disclosure, allowing a user to prove payment for auditing purposes. One such reason is to allow private transactors the choice to comply with anti-money laundering or tax regulations.
That's really great to hear, since the SEC has been enforcing regulation in the sector.
I think it definitely gives Zcash some huge potential and staying power. Certainly big companies will be looking for altcoins that follow all the rules.
Well, that's it for this week's edition of Bitcoin Arcade.
Please like and tell us what altcoin you'd like to see us cover in the comments below. You guys, have fun out there trading and be safe.